could have at least put the front ones on the back. Those are old ones.
Lubing right day and night.
And we're supposed to be powered by science.
That's very true.
We better be able to get two people on one train somehow.
Here it comes. Yep, that's it.
Because every time I'm in his office, he's sitting there and all of a sudden he just reaches like this and there's a piece of chicken in his hand.
I'm like, how much chicken is under your desk?
I overshot the R&D budget this week, so I'm going to need that $250.
Lubing it right day and night.
Welcome into Facebook Live episode 129. Josh Steinmetz and Eric Trimble here.
Yep. Welcome, guys. It says Josh and Aaron. So Aaron didn't make it. He's out doing something, so I'm stepping in. But excited. We got a big day.
And big news because Kyle's at the track and some big news happened this morning.
Yes, which we'll get there in just a second. Josh, you want to fill us in on our weekly kind of intros?
Yep. So this week we're focusing on our product feature on FR3, which is in our race oils.
Yeah.
And
it's fitting.
This week's prize is FR3 and a hat. So why not?
There we go. All right.
And we'll be doing, we're dual streaming live here on Facebook and YouTube. Checking the comments here on Facebook. And we will be checking the comments over on YouTube later, and we'll respond to those as we get a chance. Be sure to hit the like button and share this video. Subscribe over on YouTube, and be sure to follow us also on Instagram, YouTube, and
TikTok.
And
that giveaway Josh mentioned, the FR3 and a swag hat from Hot Shots. You can enter to win hotshotsecret.com/giveaway. So go check that out.
Yeah, do that each and every week to get entered into our contest.
Every single week. So now the fun stuff. So like you mentioned, Kyle's down at South Georgia Motorsports Park with the Firepunk crew, some other Hot Shot drivers. Big weekend this weekend. Lights out. It's testing and stuff's been going on for, I don't know, a day and a half, and it's already it's all over the internet. Things are going crazy. So Chad, if you want to bring up Kyle, we don't want to wait. We got some exciting stuff we want to cover. So let's see if we can get these guys on. Hey guys.
Diesel S10, we finally just made it first diesel to make a 3-second pass. So we're really excited down here. Congratulations to Firepunk, the whole team. Let's tell us how it feels, man.
It's amazing. Super accomplishment for our team. A lot of hard work that went into this. You know, it's something that we've been chasing for a year and a half to try to get this truck in the 3s. And every time you go deeper in the 4s, it seems like it's so close, but yet so far away. And this morning it all came together. Last night we ran a 410 at 182 miles per hour. We looked at the data, made the changes that we needed. First pass out this morning, clicks off everything we needed to do, goes 399.8 at 182.6 miles per hour. And we are delighted to have Hot put this D&J Executioner all billet aluminum Cummins into the 3-second zone. And it is accomplishment for the diesel world today. And we're glad that our team could be a part of it.
Yeah, and it's a big team too. I mean, we could probably pull extra in maybe.
Yeah.
But
and
we just did a great video with Drew on the Executioner and the whole history behind this. We're proud to be part of this history, but really, like Levon said, this is big for the diesel industry as a whole. So come on in here. Let's talk to Lynn. Come on, buddy. Go loud. Tell us how it feels, man.
It feels awesome. It's been a roller coaster this week. Yesterday was rough. We, I don't know, didn't have a good day yesterday until last night. It went real good, and then this morning it went awesome. And I was thinking about how cool it is. The big team.
Long time coming.
Cutting onions. But no, getting messages from people back at the shop, the guys at the shop are, stoked, and I know that somebody has to be at home to keep things going so that we can come do this, and thanks guys, and our families at home. I know they have a lot of sacrifices, and feels good.
Yep, sure does. Yeah, I mean, I know my phone's filled. I haven't even checked my messages.
Yeah.
But there's a big support system around this and everything. Hey, XRG, come on up here. It's a big team. XRG, Metzger, on the suspension stuff.
Nitrous Express, Russell transmission, Neil Chance converter, the big list. And a truck like this doesn't go fast without a team of people, and we've got smart guys like Phil DeVries.
Gotta be loud.
So he's one of the guys from Exergy that helped us put our fuel system together and the Bosch Motorsports package control. And I don't know, what do you think about a day like today?
Well, it seems like it all is worthwhile at this point. I mean, we spend so many times making half passes and doing that in the pits, and it doesn't work, and everything else, and all the time. It makes it worthwhile when you finally achieve the goal that you set out to a year or two ago. So, I mean, couldn't be happier. Hopefully, we can make it go even faster.
Yep. There's definitely some more cards left in the table. Looking at the log, we just got to chip away with it, a few percentage at a time. And Lord willing, tonight we can make a better light, and we'll see what it does.
So thanks, guys. We'll come back later with another video, but just wanted to kind of give you guys the breaking news. We appreciate all the support. Really proud of these guys. Big accomplishment. So thanks for all the support out there. Stay tuned. There's more to come now.
That's amazing.
Good
Thanks,
job,
guys.
Awesome.
As well as Boss X Square.
So we've been seeing this stuff all over Facebook for the past probably hour and a half. Gives me goosebumps, man. Watching this.
Yeah, I got the text from Kyle sitting at my desk. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Goosebumps. Seeing Lynn get choked up, it's one of those things where, just like he was saying, they got their shop in Plain City. They got to keep manned. They got to have people at the shop. So I'm sure they feel bad that they can't take the whole crew with them, but it's a team effort, and I'm just so excited for those guys.
And they mentioned it right. They, put their partners out there with them, Exergy and the D&J Precision Machine and the whole crew there. It does any kind of championship caliper race team.
Yeah.
It takes an entire crew of people from all sorts of vendors, to all the specialties. All those guys that are working with those guys, they're the top of the industry. There's a reason why they're working with them. And we're so glad to be part of that partnership with them as well.
Oh yeah, stoked about it. And like the gentleman from Exergy said, it's like this has been a long time coming. It's been a long time, over 2 years of this goal in mind, and all the hard work's paid off. And it's so big for the diesel world, for the diesel industry. It's it's bigger than just Firepunk and our little niche here in diesel motorsports. I mean, they're at lights out. It's primarily a gas event. It's huge. It's big news, and we're so excited.
Absolutely, and they're getting to the point where they're competing on the same scale as the gasoline guys.
Yeah.
They went out to, I can't remember where it was last year, and actually won an event that was a mixed event.
Yeah.
And they had some things go their way to get that, but it proves that there's that consistency, and they're doing it. They're running consistently in the low 4s, and now breaking into the 3s.
It's crazy.
So it's crazy, and I'm just excited to see what a full season of racing will do.
Yeah, this is really the first event of the year.
The very first event of the year. I mean, the engine went into the truck like 2 days ago.
I know. It's
3 days ago, whatever it was. And the other thing about this is they're running on radios right now.
Yeah.
And normally they don't run radios in the ODSS series that they primarily run in.
I think was the end of the last season was the first time they even tried on radios.
Right. I think they went to a 295 radio or maybe a 315. I don't quote me for sure, but they tried some different stuff and make some changes to the body and chassis to get that radio into there, and it takes a lot of time and commitment. And congratulations to those guys. Great job breaking into the 3s and getting diesel motorsports some recognition.
Just think about it. There's so many videos going around on Facebook. I saw one guy comment. He just said, imagine 10, 15 years ago talking about a diesel engine running in the 3s. It's like unfathomable. So It's super exciting. And if you come across, if you peruse Facebook, you'll find a video. I don't know, it might have been from the actual live stream, but there's a video that shows Lynn and Levon's reaction to hitting once the time pops up. And that's probably one of the better feelings, is just seeing the excitement in those guys.
Right.
You know, so much hard work, and it's paying off. So it's super exciting.
Yeah, if you see any of those videos, tag us as well, and we'll share them as well, some different viewpoints and so forth. So, again, just so exciting overall. Looking at the feed here, lots of congratulations going throughout the entire feed here on Facebook, and thanks guys for you guys' support of those guys and us as well. We appreciate all that.
And before we move on, they ran, it was a 3.998. So they just squeaked under the 4-second mark. And I'm super excited because Levon was just saying that they think they got more. They just got to look at the logs, tweak some things. So I'm excited. Hopefully, fingers crossed, everything goes well the rest of the weekend, and let's see what happens. So it's exciting.
Oh, one other comment that I seen on the video was someone was impressed with how clean it burnt, the diesel itself.
Yeah.
You know, and that is something to say about, using the power effectively, the fuel all the way to the max, between good fuel additives, good air mixture, and then they're also adding nitrous as well, so that helps burn everything completely. But to see a vehicle up there, you can't hardly tell that's a diesel besides start up in a little bit slower.
That's it. There's hardly any black smoke or excess smoke. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. Want to move on to our dealer shout-outs. Got 2 of them this week.
We have out of Lawrence, Iowa, R&O Repair, and Castle Shannon, Pennsylvania, PCC Parts and Accessories.
All right.
Oh, exciting to have those guys on board. Which brings it to the dealer wall. We probably don't have a camera on this.
No, we don't, because we actually got some stuff in here in the shop over in the other corner today.
Yeah, we got some boxes and stuff in the way. But we're still doing it. We're still filming stuff in our studio here. So you guys got
ready
decals.
To kick off a bunch more filming. So get those decals in a hurry so we can get them up on the wall.
Yeah, send us the decals. We'll post them, and then you'll get a little extra airtime in our videos.
Well, we got some TV airings coming on this weekend, starting on Friday, it looks like.
Yeah, 9 a.m. MotorTrend Network. We got CarFix, and they're going to be talking about our Stiction Eliminator, which that's fitting. Is our graphic wrong? Yeah, it looks like I got a switch.
We got the other one, later.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. It's on the back of the page. We got like 6 TV airings.
There's a bunch. That's why.
So then also, All Girls Garage, 9 a.m. MotorTrend. We got FR3. 10:30, the guys are going to be talking about Stiction Eliminator on TruckU. And then CarFix. There's the one on the graphic you see. 11 a.m. They'll be covering our everyday diesel treatment. And then 11:30 a.m. All Girls Garage on MotorTrend talking Stiction Eliminator.
So just tune in MotorTrend all weekend.
All weekend. Yeah, it'll be Hot Shot MotorTrend weekend. So most of those are all going down on Sunday. A lot of TV this weekend.
A lot of TV, so that'll be good. Love those integrations and so forth. And also, I don't know if you noticed, but on Facebook we've been posting some of the videos where they dive even a little deeper into some of the topics. So it's a good knowledge segment as well. We
absolutely
love having those features.
And we're getting geared up for this year. So we've been a long-time advertiser with some of these national TV programs. And we're excited for this year. We just had a kickoff call earlier this week with the guys from TruckU, CarFix, All Girls, Two Guys Garage. So we're just trying to roadmap what the year is going to look like, the products we want to feature. We got some cool stuff in store. We're trying to. Last year we brought the S10 down on an episode. We got some other things we're trying to work on. So it'll be another exciting year for us in TV land.
Yeah. Each week we actually do a feature ride on our Facebook page. So on Sunday afternoon you'll see a graphic drop where it says post your ride below. Do that, and this week's winner is Michael Helena with his semi there.
Oh, there we go. That's a sharp looking
ride. So
yeah.
Like
so we got a tractor yet? We've been talking about it for weeks.
We've had like a road grader, I believe.
Really?
But I'm not sure if we've had a tractor.
No, come on.
So, come on.
I gotta buy a new tractor. little mower. I wouldn't call it a tractor. It's a mower. I got to get a mower soon, really. Our weather's starting to break here in Ohio. All the snow's melting. But you better believe, as soon as I buy that sucker, I'm posting on our page. You better feature that sucker on the ride of the week.
Might take you a while, but keep entering.
Yeah, I'll keep trying. Yeah.
Also, something new we've been starting is a product tag image off of our Instagram. So
I like this.
Yeah, this
I
is cool.
This a lot.
Love this photo. It tells a lot. This week's winner is the Great White 7.3 using some Stiction Eliminator, which
That's a good shot, man.
Very good.
Can we reach out to him and ask if we can use that in some ads or something?
I think we will.
Got a nice filter on that. Yeah, that's a good shot. Great White 7.3. So that's an Instagram thing?
Yeah, so just post your photos over on Instagram. We go over there and we look for awesome looking shots like that. You get an awesome shot like that. And who knows, a really great shot like that might send you some swag even. Reach out and give you some swag.
You heard it from Josh. Keep him to it.
Yep.
Keep him to it. Something else we've been doing here for, Josh, we launched January 11th, so about a month and a half.
I believe we're in week 6.
Week 6, Josh is leading the ship on this thing. He's dedicating tons of time to this. So tell us about, for those who don't know.
Well, we've teamed up with Steve Summers for the, as we call it, the Steve Summers Overnight Drive, live from the Hot Shot Secret Studios and Bunker, as he likes to as he likes to refer to it as. And from 5 a.m. to midnight Eastern, or excuse me, from midnight to 5 a.m. Eastern. There we go, the other way around.
Yeah.
We feature trucking talk, news, weather, all sorts of different things. It's a call-in show, so it's your chance to listen. And I'll be honest, I watch for a little while every night as we're doing the broadcast, and I listen for about an hour and a half before I finally say, I need to turn this off and go to sleep so I get back into the office the next morning.
Right.
But new this week, we actually have the Android app. So if you go to the website, which is overnightdriveradio.com, you can download the app for Android. iOS is coming soon. We're streaming audio also to the website directly without an app.
Yep.
Plus, we're still on Facebook and YouTube for both Steve Summers and our own channels at this point. We'll be moving off of our own channels shortly, but
soon. Yeah.
But again, multiple different ways to check out what's going on there. And they also have a contest over there every week as well. So today is the final day to enter. I believe you have till 4 p.m. to enter for a Bluetooth headset from Seller Electronics, and also a Hot Shot Secret Big Rig Duo, which is our Stiction Eliminator and Diesel Extreme package. So you guys can enter that as well. And Steve draws it on air overnight tonight, but we contact people via email, so no need to listen there if you're not your time to do that. But sure, go ahead and enter still.
Yeah, absolutely. And the show is, we call it a trucking show, but Steve will go over a wide range of topics. So anybody that's not a night owl, third shift worker, over the road trucker, tune in. Like Josh mentioned, there's multiple ways you can listen in now. And we're trying to continue to evolve the program. So, for example, we've nailed down times with Chris, owner here at Hot Shots, Chris Gabrelchek. He'll be on, is it the first Friday?
First Friday every month.
First Friday every month. Chris will be on live. I don't know if last time he was on, he did the full show, the whole 5 hours. I don't know if we can pin him on that.
He's good for it.
Yeah?
As long as the calls are still coming in, he's happy to be on the entire time.
Good deal. Good deal. And then, we have plans that we want to continue to bring in different guests. We've talked about, dealers of ours, Levon, different experts, over-the-road experts. We got a guy, I don't want to say too much. We've talked about, Levon, bringing somebody on who's a transmission expert and different things. So, trying to continue to evolve the program and check it out if you haven't already. Give us, if you listen to it, shoot us some ideas. We're real receptive to feedback and try to make changes and make it better for the viewers and listeners. So,
and we also added a news service this week as well.
We did.
So we get live news updates on the hour.
Yeah, every hour.
Very cool. It's pretty well like your regular radio program at this point. I mean,
it is.
The only thing missing is going on regular radio waves, and we're working on that too. So
that's coming.
That's coming.
We're working on it. Yeah. So we have a in the loop, if you will. Ask people to stay in the loop with Hot Shot Secret. How do they do that, Josh?
They go to hotshotsecret.com/email, and you can sign up for our newsletter, which includes sales, vlogs, specials, all the different things going on around here. Which it looks like I got one to put together about a run into the threes right now.
That's right. Yeah. So yeah, sign up for our emails. Like Josh said, we publish vlogs through our emails, which we just got one out very timely, thanks to Josh, on DWAG recently, and just gelling, diesel fuel gelling in general. So a lot of the topics we put out in our blogs, it's not salesy most of the time. It's we want to educate and inform people. So if you love reading about diesel and general automotive stuff, sign up for the email and you'll get our blogs on those kind of things. In sales, we often we'll put together some kind of a promo, whether it's through our website or even through some of our retailers. So you'll get all those updates on the email newsletter.
Speaking of sales, we actually got a big one at O'Reilly's for the next month.
Yeah,
all
running
the way through the end of March.
End of March. The whole line that they carry. So O'Reilly's carries are, as we call them, our 4 big products. 2 oil additives, Stiction Eliminator and FR3 friction reducer. And of course our best-selling diesel additives, Diesel Extreme and Everyday Diesel treatment. Yeah, good for over the next month, and they're pretty good dollars off, right, Josh?
Yeah, so Stiction Eliminator is $8 off the 2-quart bottle, which
Jeez.
And then the rest of them are all $4 off. So $4 off EDT 16-ounce squeeze bottle, also FR3 16-ounce, and the quart of Diesel Extreme. So it's a heck of a deal, and I want that sale for Webb.
Yeah, right?
Talk to someone.
Well, I'm thinking $4 off EDT. That makes it what, like 13, 14 bucks? That's a good deal.
Yeah.
That's a good deal. So I know you probably have an O'Reilly near you. Go take advantage of the sale. You got till the end of March. And events, we just talked about Lights Out down in South Georgia. Man, I'm so excited to see over the next 3 days. I think it might run through Sunday, or maybe it's just Saturday.
And another thing about that, if you want to watch that, you can actually check out the stream over on Flow Racing.
Yep.
Which we're sponsoring the stream as well.
Yep.
So yeah, be sure to check that out live over on Flow Racing all the way through the 28th. And we're also, for me, first big event, tractor pulling event of the year, the Shipshewana Spring Nationals, in just over a month, or less than a month now.
Yeah, a couple weeks.
19th and 20th of March over at the Michiana Event Center, where they're going to be doing that event live, and also they stream as well over at watchntpa.com as well.
That's exciting. That's the first one of the year, or first big one?
First one of the year. Everything before this has pretty well got canceled. That was they did have one over at the Michiana Center earlier, different types of tractors and so forth. And this has also got the 3.0 diesel trucks, which I think a lot of our fans would like as well.
Yeah, you got them listed here. You got the Pro Stock Hot Farm. What's Hot Farm class?
Hot Farm is like your most basic, off the farm kind of. They have a limited turbo size and a pretty small cubic inch limit. They also run more of a field type tire that you would actually see used in the.
Oh, okay.
So it's more of a.
That's kind of fun. That's fun, right?
It is fun. No, the nice part about that class is it's really close and competitive.
Yeah.
Because the guys are, only got they got a lot of limitations, so it's a skills class.
Right. Yeah. Okay. And then different classes: Super Farm, Limited Pro Stock Diesel. That's a 3.0. The 4x4 trucks.
Yeah.
So first big NTPA event of the year. Excited for that. And then next weekend, Kyle's down in South Georgia. He's going to continue a little bit further south to Florida.
He gets to stay down in the warm.
Man, that's not fair.
Kyle,
he deserves it.
Come on, man. Tell us Eric and I need to get out of the office.
Yeah, we need to come to an event.
Tell us to go.
I will say, Kyle, almost out of most of us here, he probably deserves it more than anybody. He's a non-stop worker, so he's still working, but at least he's in the sunshine. So that's next weekend, Emerald Coast Dragway. That's on the Gulf in Florida, in Holt, Florida. It's Diesels on the Beach, and that's the 5th through the 6th. So not this weekend, but the next weekend.
So a ton of events going on, and just so glad that racing's back in session, you might say.
It's exciting, and it's not just what we're used to over the past couple of years. It's been racing for us has primarily been the Outlaw Diesel Super Series. But now here we are, we're talking about tractor pulling and truck pulling and these gas events.
Yeah.
So.
And, you know, all we do with no prep and
all the street racing. Yeah,
yep.
absolutely. So event calendar is full, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think we should just post that someday, just show like everything.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Be kind of fun.
Yeah, that'd be good. So. Yeah.
Yeah, John Bear Jr. wants to know any update on the ATF Plus 4. What have you heard from our end?
I'll pull an Aaron and say, I can't say.
Okay.
No, I'm not sure. Last I heard, they were just doing some final tweaks on formula, or not tweaks on the formula, but testing, making sure everything's solid, ready to take it to market. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I know all of us here feel the same way as you. We want it out as soon as possible. So hopefully within 30 days. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but
yeah, that's kind of what Aaron said the other week as well.
Right.
So it's still on track for that.
It's on track. We're just final touches, dotting our I's, crossing the T's.
Yep. And Thomas wants to know any updates on a Franz filter for the 2017 up Duramax.
Ooh.
I actually know all the parts are in.
Do you? See, I was going to say, you probably know more than I do.
Thomas, what you want to do is call in and talk to...
Tom?
Tom, sorry. Yes, I drew a blank. Thomas, talk to Tom.
There you go, yeah.
Seriously. He'll get you hooked up with what you need. We don't quite have him on the website yet. We're just doing a couple final touches, but he can get you in line to get one. We do have all the parts. I think we got to finish up a manual real quick. So it's a couple days, turnaround, and then we'll be ready to...
And those are for the newer Duramaxes?
Those are the newer Duramax, the last, from 2017 on up.
Gotcha. That's exciting.
And from Levi, tractors. That is all.
Thanks, Levi. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate you too. That's funny because there's an inside joke. He gives me crap because I'll tell the story real quick. Where I used to live here in Ohio, my driveway would drift really bad in the winter. And I was late for work one morning, and the guy next to me, he had a big Kubota or something, and I borrowed his tractor just so I could dig my way out of my driveway. So I text the marketing team, said, "Hey guys, I'm going to be a few minutes late." And I sent him a picture of the tractor, and ever since then, Levi thinks I'm in love with tractors. And of course, we go live, and I'm talking about tractors, and I need to buy one, and so yeah, that's very fitting. Yeah. Thanks, Levi.
Before we get into talking about FR3, let's do our giveaway.
Yeah, let's do it.
So again, this week we're giving away FR3 and a hat. This week's winner is...
I wonder if he knows Kyle. Email is moparsz@ ...
something or another.com.
I'm assuming he's a Mopar fan, maybe owns a Mopar. So FR3 would be pretty solid for that. That's fitting.
Takes care of that ticking noise.
That's right. Exactly.
Those guys are known for.
So congrats, Mopar. Something.
And if you're listening live, give us a comment below so we know. We'll get you a T-shirt thrown in on the deal. If not, Chad will be emailing you to get your prize set up.
There we go.
Get the shipping address.
And if you're not watching and Chad emails you, Chad asks what kind of Mopar he's got. I'm curious.
Yeah.
Could be his burner account. Yeah.
Got one quick question before we start. Bradley wants to know, will Diesel Extreme help sticking injectors on a common rail Cummins?
Absolutely. Josh, if you don't mind, I'll take this. So with common rails, so there's a lot of people are familiar with what's called coking deposits, which are deposits that form, make sure this is tight. If this is the fuel injector, they form on the tip of the injector. That can affect your spray patterns, and that can throw off timing and combustion of the fuel, etc. Well, recently, probably within the last maybe 10 years, there's what's known as internal diesel injector deposits, which is actually deposits that's building up on the inside of the injectors, on the internal components. And they're real sticky, gummy, and like I said, it's a relatively new problem to the diesel world. It's really because of the lack of lubricity, and then all the stops in the supply chain, people add their own additives to help with this or that, and a lot of times they're not always compatible. So that's how these new deposits come about. So they will form on the internal parts, but not every, so we know Diesel Extreme's an injector cleaner. It does other things, but not every injector cleaner can remove these internal deposits. Diesel Extreme can. It takes a special chemical makeup, certain kind of detergents. So to answer your question, if that's the issue, if it's just the varnish that's building up on the internal components, then yes, Diesel Extreme would help.
Yeah. And David wants to know, can he use Black Diamond on a 2018 Ram 6.7 Cummins, and also update on the Franz filter for that as well? So I can answer that one for you. The Black Diamond is made for vehicles without a DPF system, so if your 2018 has the DPF gone, then by all means you can run the...
If it's off-road, is what he means.
Yep. Then for sure you can definitely run Black Diamond. If not, we can actually run our Blue Diamond oil, which is the same pretty well base oil. It just don't have as much zinc into it, and also not as much of the some of the detergents and so forth that we're using in that heavy duty additive package in the Black Diamond.
Yeah, Black Diamond, we shoot that thing full of zinc. So there's all kinds of extra protection in there.
Everything's pretty well off the charts as far as what you should run for an on-road application. It's really made for a street strip kind of truck, is what it's made for.
Yeah, so additional protection. The TBN's real high, a lot of zinc, which we know that's not friendly with emissions equipment. So if you have an off-road application or an older vehicle before the DPFs, then it'll be one of the best oils you'd find. The best, in my opinion.
Right. And as far as the Franz filter goes, again, shoot a call in here to Tom. I think we're pretty close on those as well. I know that was some of the same parts where we were waiting on. Well, I shouldn't say the same parts, but from the same manufacturer to help get those parts together for us as well.
Yeah, we were actually just talking this morning about Franz filters. We're excited for it. We're building new kits and doing new things.
Yeah, doing a lot of things with the lines. So the blue lines that you see on a lot of the stuff, we're actually replacing with braided stainless steel to kind of update the kits and just some more, great ways to re-revolutionize some great technology.
Yeah, exactly. So
there is actually something about the Franz that's kind of interesting right now. We're having a hard time getting a supplier for the paper media that we use. The generic toilet paper type one. It's just not a roll of toilet paper.
It's not.
We actually have these made by a manufacturer that doesn't put any pleats into them, and also winds it to our specifications as far as how tight it is.
Right.
And with the pandemic, apparently they don't really have time for us. So we got to find a new supplier on that.
Yeah.
But we still have the cellulose one, which is a newer style one. So that's great. Still great filtration. The only drawback to that one can be it doesn't grab the moisture as well.
Right, but if I'm not mistaken, it does last longer.
It does last longer.
Yeah,
correct.
so you can extend those intervals before you need to change the media. So
we're actually, all the kits are going out now, get the cellulose one included at the same price.
And typically they're more expensive.
Right, they're like double the price.
Yeah, because that's what most people opt for. So even if you want to get the cheaper version, you'll get the upgraded one. So not a bad deal.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about what we're wanting to really feature on, which is FR3, our oil additive. Well, one of our oil additives, I should say.
Yes. Well, we got a list of canned questions here. Let's see if you know what they are, Josh. What is FR3?
It is a super oil additive, basically.
Right, right.
What it is actually helps fortify the oil. So it's fully synthetic. It's made up of 3 key components, why it's called FR3.
Right.
With 3 patents as well. And it uses a nanocarbon to help fill in the asperities in metal, I should say. So all the small crevices from the machining to help reduce friction and also reduce wear because it gives a surface for the lubricant against lubricant, not metal on metal.
Right. Yeah, it increases film strength, oil film strength. The boundary lubrication is increased. So if you haven't already, go back and look at our video we just put out with D&J tearing apart the S10 Executioner engine, and FR3 gets blended into all of our oils. And when you look at those, so they pulled out the bearings, and they were clean.
Yeah, we showed that last show,
Yeah.
the bearings, and
Almost looked
seeing
brand
them on
new.
video was even more impressive than the
Yeah.
photos.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But
So
the only marks on it was from them putting the machining marks on themselves, and when they were fitting
The
it,
measuring mark
measuring
and-
marks
yeah.
and everything, it's like just absolutely insane.
So obviously the oil is amazing oil. It's a PAO Group 4 oil, but like I said, it has FR3 in there, and we attribute a lot of that protection to FR3. So even if you're not running, a 3,000 horsepower vehicle, you throw it in your Toyota Camry, and you're going to notice that protection as well. So that's what it is. It's an oil additive, but it's not just for engine oils, right?
Right, we can run it in gear application. It's awesome in hydraulic systems. So machinery and farm equipment, heavy duty equipment, all that. Just don't run it in your brake system.
Right.
We had a couple people tell
Yeah,
us,
don't
"Hey,
do
it's on
that."
the brakes, like, whoa, I don't know about that. We haven't
Yeah.
done any testing on that.
So it's obviously in the name, it's a friction reducer. So that's one of its primary benefits. It also reduces wear, like we just mentioned, and then we've seen increased performance too, both on the horsepower side, the fuel economy side, and really that's because you're reducing friction, which is allowing the engine to be more efficient, which is going to generate a bigger power output.
And it also gives less heat. A lot of applications we see reduced temperatures, which is just huge on a lot of different applications. I mean, not only in your engine oil, but if it's in your gears, you've got less wear and drag going on there, more efficient output there. But also, what's the biggest threat to oil? Temperature.
Right.
So if we can lower that operating temperature, that oil is going to stay in grade, in shear, out of shear longer. So even if you're not running one of our Group 4 PAOs, with that in there, we're going to help still get some longevity out of that oil because we're going to keep lower operating temperatures. Plus, we're going to reduce the wear by, I think it's 47%. 43%. So by doing that, we got less particles in there. It's just going to last longer.
Yeah, it really, there's multiple ways that it's going to help the host oil, whatever you run in your vehicle, whatever the oil is. And like you mentioned, shear stability, oxidation stability, heat resistance. So there's a lot of benefits there. And one of those, Josh mentioned FR3 is because we use 3 patented lubricants in the formula. One of them is a nano lubricant. And there's some people out there that think, oh, a nano lubricant, what does that even mean? That's just some fancy marketing term, some gimmick. But it's not. And one thing that just came up this year that we're super excited about, in May, we at Hot Shots LSI, we're going to be presenting at the 2021 STLE annual conference, which is the Society, make sure I get this right, Society of Tribologists and Lubrication Engineers, which in our world, in the lubrication world, this is like the Super Bowl, right? This is the one of the biggest events of the year. Anybody comes to this conference to learn. They do technical presentations as well as commercial presentations. Technical is more of how does this work, why does this work, etc. Covering different findings. The commercial presentations are more salesy, if you will. So we submitted this year, and we will be presenting on the technical side, and we're going to be presenting on the nano lubricant, the nanotechnology that we use in FR3 and our other products. And it's an exciting thing for us because for the average person out there it might not mean much, but for us, we're going to be talking to scientists and PhDs all over the world to talk about our technology and how it works, why it works. So it's a really big step for us, and we're super excited about it.
Yeah, and besides just the other part of that's being out in the scientific community.
Yeah.
And that helps open doors for opportunities for us to find even more technologies and newer technologies. And I think that's what the consumer should be excited about. It's not about us talking about what we're already doing. It's about us getting in front of people that are excited about what we're doing and then want to bring us into the fold to bring the next technology forward.
Absolutely, yeah. If we present and then people say, hey, have you tried this? Or we have this kind of technology. Have you tried these together? Like you said, it opens up the door for us to try different chemicals and different formulations that aligns with our goal every single year is to try to make the best products possible. Even our existing products, we go back and look and see if we can make it better. So it's to your point, Josh, it's a great opportunity on multiple levels. So it's exciting. So that's, anyways, long story short, that's just one of the key components of our FR3 that may not mean a lot to some people, but we know the science behind it and we know it's incredibly effective.
Another thing that's kind of unique about our nano lubricant compared to some of the other ones is it stays in suspension and it's clear. We actually just got done filming a video on that. We're going to drop that at some point here shortly. But most other nano lubricants out in the market actually are dark in color, which, you know, kind of a turn off if you're looking at it, but also over time they actually just drop right to the bottom of the solution. And our, you know, everything's sitting back here with FR3 in it. We don't have to go back there and shake it up or anything like that. No, it can sit on the shelf for years and years and no worries about anything going on there.
So a real life example is that if you go to say to the retail shelf and you buy an additive that claims you have nanotechnology, but it falls out of solution and drops to the bottom, one, if you don't shake that bottle up before you use it, you might not get all those benefits. But if you do add it, and then you let your car sit, the time lapse we just did, we saw these nanoparticles in a competitor drop out of solution within 4 hours. So if you don't drive your car or your truck, whatever it is, those nanoparticles are going to drop to the bottom, and then you're essentially paying for this high dollar technology that you're not even going to be running through the system. It's not even getting picked up. So anyway, that is a key component of it.
Yeah. Look at the comments here. Keith says last snowstorm he was low on hydraulic fluid and had FR3 in the truck. So he added it to his hydraulic fluid on the pump for the plow. It works a whole lot smoother than it ever did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
I love hearing stories like that. Yeah. That's really cool, yeah.
It is.
We hear that a lot.
Glad that really helped, and we know it would, but that's awesome you're able to get yourself onto the next thing and keep moving. So like I said, we got the hydraulic pumps and everything. No matter what application we use it at, it's actually the same amount that we put in the oil every time. So it's 1.5 ounce per quart of oil, or 10%.
5%.
Or 5%.
Yeah, 5%.
My math was off there. But
yeah, so it doesn't matter whether it's in hydraulic fluids, engine oils, power steering. Yeah, it's 5% or 1.5 ounces per quart of oil.
And you do have to put it in every oil change. It's not a one-time shot and done. It's kind of like anything. It just doesn't stick around magically after you add it. But but it does that.
I would say. So we talked about what it is, right? It's an oil treatment. We talked about how much to use, what you can use it in, and then we did talk about what it does. But I would just highlight three main things, and these are more features than benefits, if you will, or vice versa. Reduce wear, reduce friction, and increase performance. So if we want to boil it down to simple terms, those are the three biggest benefits. And that all branches out into multiple fuel economy, horsepower, etc. But simple terms, those are the big three.
Right. Another question we get a lot with it is, can I use it with Stiction Eliminator?
Sure, you could. You don't need to. They're compatible, you know, nothing's going to go wrong, but we don't recommend doing it because part of the Stiction Eliminator formula has FR3 in it because we want to incorporate that nanotechnology and some other things. So you don't need to. Just use Stiction Eliminator and you'll be good. Clean everything out, and then on the next couple oil changes, use FR3.
Right. And we should note when we're adding this, we're actually going to replace an equal amount of oil.
Yeah, good
so
point.
if you take out 8 ounces of oil, or if you put 8 ounces of Stiction or FR3, excuse me, in the oil,
Right.
you put 8 ounces less oil in your vehicle, just so you don't overfill it.
Yeah, don't overfill. There's, I won't name names. There's some products out there that says the product magically will sink into the metal parts and it doesn't displace the oil. I call hogwash on that. So yeah, any additive, at least for us, I won't speak for anybody else, but however much you add in, you leave that much oil out because you don't want to overfill.
Right, right. And we get that question quite a bit, so I think that's just something we wanted to highlight for everyone as well as they're going to use this product. And so FR3 is part of our two-step process. So you kind of mentioned it a little bit, but just to go a bit more into detail on the two-step process. So our first time we're using Hot Shot Secret, say we don't really matter what the vehicle is, the first thing we'd like to see you use is Stiction Eliminator.
Yep.
So that's going to help clean and protect because it's still got the FR3, the nanotechnology in it. But we're going to deep clean everything the oil touches. So it doesn't matter what kind of vehicle it is, you know, rings, pistons, the whole 9 yards.
Yep.
If it's got a turbo, it's going to clean out the burnt, cooked up oil of the turbo. If it's got HUE injectors, we're going to clean the oil side of those injectors as well.
And one thing that's unique, I know we're not talking about Stiction Eliminator, it kind of ties into FR3 because we just mentioned how Stiction Eliminator has some FR3 in it. Well, Stiction Eliminator, it's primarily a cleaner. It's a synthetic cleaner, but it also lubricates, which is in part due to the FR3 that's already in that formula. But that's what makes that product unique. One, it's not harmful. There's no harsh solvents or anything in it that's going to damage anything.
So we don't have to take it out mid-oil change or something crazy like that.
Yeah, some products are, what do they call it, a dump and flush. You add it, run for 15 minutes, and change your oil again. Yeah. That's not Stiction Eliminator. But it's unique because it cleans and lubricates. Oftentimes, you can only find products that do one or the other. So if you want the best of both worlds, Stiction Eliminator. Yeah. And FR3 cleans as well. We know that.
Yeah.
So you'll get a little bit of cleaning properties out of FR3 as well.
One thing we should note is if you got a newer vehicle, we want to wait first 10,000 miles with no oil additive, either FR3 or Stiction Eliminator. And if you got the vehicle from new, you know, I would just run FR3 from the get-go after 10,000 miles.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do in that first 10,000 miles is make sure all the rings and everything seat properly in the motor. Let the break-in oil do its work, and just let the engine get to a normal operating state. And then from there, we can put FR3 in there to protect it and keep it clean as well.
Exactly. So, say in a case, say I go buy a used vehicle that's got 40,000 miles on it. I'm going to, according to you, Josh, run Stiction Eliminator first. And as soon as I buy it, I'm going to change the oil because I don't know the previous owners whether they took care of it or not. So first thing I'm going to do is change the oil and add Stiction Eliminator. Say I run that 6,000 miles. All right, I'm due for next oil change. What do I do now?
So now you're going to run FR3 and the next oil change, actually the next 2 oil changes. Then we'll go back to Stiction Eliminator again to make sure we do a deep cleanup.
That's it. So that's kind of your regimen there. That's the 1-2 step is Stiction first, and then a couple times with FR3, and just rinse and repeat.
Yep. Michael wants to know, are Hot Shots products safe and compatible with the new 3.0 Duramax?
Yes. On the oil side, yes. On the fuel side, yes. On the engine oil, yes. On the yes. The answer is yes.
The answer is yes. And actually, we got one of our sales guys out here just bought one.
Yeah, that's right.
So
he did.
He's excited to see what the products are going to do for
We're
him.
trying to pull the truck in here. You guys can't see over here, but that's where the lift is, and we got boxes and stuff. But we're trying to get his truck in here so we can. We want to do a Franz filter. Look at that. We want to do some different videos on it. So yeah, we absolutely you can use the products.
Yeah, he's going to have a whole set of videos for us to use on that truck.
It's a good looking truck.
Very good looking truck.
Got anything else?
I don't. I'm excited to see if Firepunk can go any further down into the 3s.
Yeah, it was day 2, right? So last night they best their previous best, and they ran like a 410, I think it was, and then this afternoon they broke into the 3, so that's super exciting. So hopefully, I know I'm going to be watching all weekend, see what they can do.
Do we have that video on the one from last night? We didn't quite get today's into the lineup. We didn't have enough time, but why don't you run that video quick from last night, just to see how excited those guys were last night,
yeah.
even just breaking their record before getting into the 3s.
Oh, this was last night.
182. Nice.
Chad, can you get the new video up?
I like it.
So this is.
You can play it through the website, by the way, through like Facebook.
Like I mentioned earlier, one of the best things for me, or that gets me most excited, is seeing their excitement, seeing their reaction. Chad's going to try and pull this video up. It's a video I believe that Levon shot on his cell phone, standing at the line. So you can't see his reaction, but you can see Lynn, and it's just. That's what warms my heart, is seeing how excited these guys are, how much work they put into it.
Right. I know from my experience in motorsports is always the guys that work the hardest play the hardest.
Right.
And these guys definitely work, and they definitely like to have fun and play when it's their turn.
So we'll see. Fingers crossed if they can do some more stuff over the weekend. But even if they don't, I think they're happy and.
Well, they got to be ecstatic. I mean, all new setup basically.
Yeah, that's true.
With the new changes to the motor, if you didn't see the video, they actually talk about some of the changes they made to the injector.
Injector, yeah.
So.
Plus
a lot of chassis adjustments. I know there's always little tweaks. I understand all that.
But you mentioned earlier, it was just 2 weeks ago. It was just a shell. They didn't have the motor in there yet.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was literally 3 weeks ago they went to D&J to see it torn apart.
Right.
So.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens over the weekend. And we got some other racers down there that are sponsored, powered by Science, Hot Shot Secret sponsored drivers. So, of course, we wish them well as well. But it's one of the biggest events of the year, and we're super excited to be a part of it and see it off to a great start already.
Yeah, let me see if I can help Chad get that video quick. We've changed new computer systems around here, so it's...
We need to get Levon back on. Levon's been on our Facebook Live show before. It'd be cool, Josh, to get the whole Firepunk crew up here. We could probably fit a good amount of chairs up here. Let's just mic everybody up, let them talk about the weekend. And, they're going to be busy because they're just getting back from Georgia next week, but we'll try to do that sometime.
Right. They're definitely going to do that. I actually talked about bringing the truck up here. We haven't.
That's right.
Last year we just didn't have it with COVID and everything else going on. We never got the truck up here.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be a great time to get those guys here. Plus with the newest world record breaking 3s, I think it's only fitting to get here. So
yeah, it'd be a good time.
Maybe we'll get them here on Thursday and we'll roll it into the room.
Pull it in.
Yep.
If we got space, the whole warehouse, other side of this wall, is part of the warehouse with shipping, and it's where all the freight comes in and out. It's jam-packed. Sales have been insane, and big thanks to our fans and our supporters and our loyal customers. We love you guys to death, and that's why it's been so hectic around here. It's been a crazy time, but been good.
Yes. And all those diesel winter anti-gel sales the other week with the cold weather across the country.
Yeah, how about that? We had that cold snap, and D-Wag was flying off the shelves. So for those of you who don't know, we talked about the sale that's going on at O'Reilly's. They do carry D-Wag, but you got to special order it. So if you walk in and say, hey, I want diesel winter anti-gel from Hot Shots, they can order it for you. So most of the time sales aren't that high with that product because they'll go somewhere else and buy it, like a Tractor Supply or our website. But even there, with the cold snap that came through, sales shot through the roof, so people were...
I bet the warehouse was empty, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I bet so, yeah. Chad, you think we'll get this, or we just want to go ahead and sign off?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, here we go. So, this is one of my favorite things at the very end. Again, this is Levon holding his cell phone, but reaction. He's got amazing. That's so great. And you can see when too. When he launched, he knew it was a good run. It was straight. It was fast. He was getting ready. He's like, oh, it was a good run. Then he saw the time come up and was ecstatic.
You know, most of the time the drivers know.
Yeah.
You know, the guys watching, they can tell as well. But the driver, he probably already knew the first 200 foot off the line.
Larson knew he killed it. Yeah. Yeah, he had to know that he was in a good spot. So, super exciting show. That's all I got, Josh. You good?
Yeah. So, over the weekend, check out our stuff over on MotorTrend Network. Got lots of TV airings there. And if you want to watch the race, see if the S10 can break even further into the threes, or see how the rest of our guys are doing. Just the whole drag racing's big time this weekend. So check it out over on Flow Racing, and we're sponsoring that stream over there as well.
Yep.
So.
All right, everybody have a good weekend. We'll see you same time next week.
Yep, see you guys.